Okay, welcome back. This is Professor Hartley, and I thought I would show you how to customize the theme. Since I prepared the other video for you on how to set up your blog earlier today, I spent some time exploring a few different themes that they make available, and there's actually quite a bit more there than I had imagined. This particular theme that you see here, although I like the image in the background, in fact I think I know where that is. It looks like the Great Sand Dunes National Monument outside Crestone, Colorado, where I actually spent quite a bit of time not too long ago. But in any case, it's not the most functional theme in terms of the options for customizing. So let me show you what I came up with, and I think this will be quite helpful for you as you put yours together. You can the one thing I want to say up front is you can use any theme you want, and there are plenty of themes available online. If you just type into Google Blogger themes, there are lots of paid themes. I wouldn't suggest that because there are some great free ones, but if you're interested in it, you can get some paid themes, some you would pay for. And but here's just the ones that are built right into the front, at least as of now in November 2018, as options here. So I will just switch back into the workplace here. Let me take a look. Yeah, see, when you're viewing the blog, I just want to point out here is the URL. And we'll get back to this later as we're actually using the blog and posting it to Blackboard and so on. But I wanted you to take a look at this and see it begins with OU Groove blogspot.com, and then it has the information about the name of the post. I would like to actually edit that so it'll look a little different. I won't go into that right now. But when you get back into the editing section, notice again it just says blogger.com and then it's your particular ID. In any case, I'm back into the themes section, and here's the theme that I've chosen. And I was playing around with this theme not too long ago, and I will apply this to the blog. Got it. That's one of the things that actually that warning we just saw is important. The gadgets are not consistent from one theme to another, and that's what's going to make one either more or less functional depending on what you need. In our case, I think this one gives us a lot more to work with. So I will just reload the page and we'll have the new theme. Now this doesn't immediately appeal to me. I'm not fond of these colors by themselves, but what I discovered was this is a very malleable theme here. And in fact, I'm not sure this bar here shows in the immediate site, but that's not important right now. What is important What is important is that this gives you a lot of options right at the top of your page when you're logged in for getting right into a lot of the functions here for editing. You can go to new post, and in our case, I'm going to go to design here. But here's your email address, sign in, sign out. Other functions here, share by email, share with all these other points. The search bar built right in, and then Google Plus if you're working with that. So we could go back to the theme page there, but I just want to show you how this works. Just click on design. And now it brings you back into that page, which is why we didn't need to go back to it right now. I'm just going to close that one out, in fact. And as you've got this here, click on Customize. And now you've got a lot of advanced options in this particular theme right up here. I've already worked with this in its initial size, but one of the things I'll point out is that you can adjust the width here. I'm not going to. It's at 960 pixels, and I created some images for this design for that. The earlier theme I had, as far as I could tell, didn't allow for this kind of manipulation. This is great, actually. If you want to make a wider blog, let me just show you. As I do this, you can see that it stretches out and there isn't quite so much margin, but I'm going to keep it at 960 just to work with the image I already prepared for you, and it doesn't make a lot of difference in terms of what I'll be showing you. Background, let's take a look at that. No background image. Now, that is one thing I will immediately do. Now, they give you all kinds of possibilities here, which I think is great. But you also have the option to upload your own. I had this one up here earlier, but it's not quite big enough to cover the entire screen. So I will choose another one, and Blue Matrix, since we're working quite a bit with the movie The Matrix. Now let's take a look and see how this looks. Oh, wait. Okay, there we go. Good. Done. And I've got a page. Oh no, I don't. Okay, let's click on View Blog before we apply. Oh wait, that won't show anything if we don't apply. So apply to blog. Good. Now reload the new page. And there it is. It took a minute because it's a fairly big background file. Now, one of the things about it you can't really tell because of the nature of this image is it's doing what's called tiling. The image is only from here to here, and then it just repeats itself. But given the nature of these columns and the numbers and the colors and so on, it doesn't really matter. If you had an image with a lot of detail and variable shapes and colors and so on, you might or might not like how that works. Now, I have a transparent, but I think I did accidentally leave this here. So let's get back into this for the moment. Okay, so we've got the background. Now, when I was talking about the background repeating itself, that's called tiling. You can tell it to not tile. Let's see what happens. Scroll with the page. See, it stops when the image is done. So it doesn't repeat, which might be good, but on the other hand, you go into the background, and I don't really want that. If you tell it to tile vertically, well, that'll be fine, but it doesn't really matter. Let's just stick with tile because it's wide enough for tiling not to matter, at least on my screen, which is a 13-inch laptop. And it scrolls with the page. Oh, wait. Let me, oh, yeah. Let's try this. Turn that off. Reload this page. That's, okay, it's tiling. Oh, yeah. Let's tell it not to tile and see what happens. I'm just experimenting here. Or maybe I didn't apply it. In any case, let's go back to here, reload. See, this is what you'll be going through yourself is to, yeah, this. Okay, if you tell it not to move or scroll, then as long as it covers the entire visible space in one screenshot, then you're all set. So it's not scrolling and it's not tiling because it doesn't need to. It's big enough to cover this space. And I actually like that. I'd rather that it not be moving with the page there. So I'm going to leave that there. And I think for right now, you can change the theme colors. I'm going to leave that there for now. The layout. This is where some of the important features come in. Navbar. Okay, let's not worry about that. It's just showing you the current layout that we've got. Let's instead go back to Blogger, and here we'll go to Layout. And now we can actually deal with these. Now that we have navbar, this is going to be important. I'll edit that, and here is the menu that goes along the top. And I think, let me try, blue will get kind of lost in the image because it's already a blue background. I would like white, but I don't see that as an option. Let's just see what tan looks like. We save the arrangement, reload, and I don't really like that. So I'll go back and I'll put the black in, I think, for now. Save, save, reload, and there we go. And because my Firefox has this black theme that goes along with that. But this is really a great feature to have this menu you can work with up at the top, this particular nav bar. Now, another thing to look at is header. If we're looking here, here's the header right here. You get the name of your blog. If you have a little description, that goes there. What I want, I'm rarely interested in the little descriptions, but what I am interested in is a background image. So I'm going to take a look. Now, which one did I use? Okay, I got that from here, I believe. Get into images. Yes. Okay, I already prepared this to fit well within the 960 pixels of the size of the page. So let's save arrangement. You have to save twice when you're working in the layout here. Now, there we go. So I've got the image that fits perfectly into this space here in the header. And this is just an image I got from Google search. This is from a William Blake painting, one of my favorite poets and artists from the late 1800s, I mean 1700s. So here we are. Let's take a look at some of the features this has. About me, we can edit that or get rid of that. The search feature, which we had. I didn't even notice this. This also has the page links here. Let's see what happens when I click on there. Okay, yeah, you can add a page menu here. I'm going to show you a different page menu, but that's a good one to see. Okay, and now look, we can get into, remember I created the page in the first video and then couldn't find it. There was no menu to allow for that. So this is how you do it. And then home. Home is often in a blog just going to be an archive of all your posts here. And yes, that's what it is here. So I will get back into, well, for now, let's get into this post, just to have something a little different to look at while we're working. And I'll show you one more feature here. But the main point is that once you get into this page, as long as there's an add a gadget section here, you can do a lot of manipulation and you can get rid of some. For instance, now this, I don't know if it allows you to get rid of. Oh, you can. Good. Again, because this is a university page, we're not going to be doing anything related to making money with our blog, so I'm getting rid of those. Followed by email, that's actually a good feature to have in there because your group mates perhaps will want to be connected with that. They can see immediately when you've uploaded your blog, and then they can get in and take a look at it. What I want to do is add the little menu underneath here. So let's get back into here. And now when I click on it, this little window opens up, and I am going to, let's see, page header, that isn't what, pages. We want pages, and we'll add that there. And right now you get to select from among your pages. Right now I only have the page that I created in the earlier video. So let's save that. Save the arrangement over here. You have to save twice each time you do the layout changes. And then I'll reload. And here we go. Here's the menu here with the pages. This, I think, is really the best place to have a menu if you're going to have people going to different places here. And if you have particular blog posts that, even though it's not a page, it's a blog. Let's see, let's go home. That brings us back. A home page can be a separate page, at least in WordPress. I'll have to look into this a little more in Blogger. But right now, the home page in Blogger is the list of all your posts. And when we were setting it up before, we said only 7 per page. As soon as you have more than that, it would open up another page. This is a post I was able to do through email. I'll just make a separate little video for that. But in any case, here's that particular menu item. And here is the results of some of the customization here. I'll get back into here just for the moment. Okay, here's a single post view. And obviously, if you had a longer one, it would take up more space here. So that's it. I'll come back with some more information in future videos.